Hello and welcome. This is Dr. Matthew Kreitzer, the founder of Mountain Acupuncture in Santa Fe, New Mexico, bringing you the latest installment in a series of podcasts delving into frequently asked questions about natural health and healing. The questions I will be addressing today are, what is homeopathy and how does it work? These are questions I frequently encounter in my medical practice as an acupuncturist, Chinese herbologist, and homeopath. Homeopathy is an ancient form of energy medicine. It was redeveloped in the modern era by Samuel Hahnemann and his contemporaries in Europe in the late 18th and early 19th centuries, but its roots go back at least to Roman, Greek, and Egyptian medicine, and similar principles and practices are found in indigenous medicines throughout the world. The process of preparing homeopathic medicines involves distilling the energetic essence of medicinal substances through successive dilutions, in conjunction with a shaking process known as succussion. Most of the medicinals used in the practice of homeopathy no longer contain any molecules of the original substance, and yet, paradoxically, the more dilute the remedy becomes, the greater its therapeutic effect. Consequently, a wide range of substances can be used for healing without any side effects or harm to the body, for there is no substance present in the remedy to chemically interact with the body's cells. Instead, the energy of the medicinal substance inspires a healing response on the part of the patient's vital force, inspiring whatever healing process is needed on the physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual levels. Homeopathic medicines are generally selected on the basis of similarity, according to the principle that like treats like. That is, whatever symptoms the medicinal in its crude physical form will cause if taken excessively, those symptoms are what the homeopathic is used to treat. For example, cantharis is a remedy made from the venom of the cantharis beetle that in its crude form can cause severe burns to the skin and blistering. However, once prepared homeopathically and potentized above a 12C potency, cantharis no longer contains any molecules of the beetle venom, yet the remedy is highly successful in treating burns caused by heat or chemicals, as well as conditions such as bladder infections in which a burning sensation predominates. Homeopathy was the leading form of medicine in America from the pre-Civil War era up until about the 1920s, and there were dozens of homeopathic hospitals and homeopathic medical colleges throughout the country. In working with homeopathic medicine, it is very important to understand the patient's health history on a timeline. One first treats what is on the surface or is most acute, and then generally works backwards in time and deeper, down to the fundamental layer, which reflects one's primary injuries and imbalances. Beneath this lies one's constitutional state, reflected by one of 6 bioessential minerals that comprise one's basic patterning of health and disease. Part of the art of homeopathy is going at the right speed, encouraging incremental progress, but not going so fast so as to overwhelm or to cause a healing crisis known as an aggravation that can involve a temporary worsening of symptoms. Using a daily dose of a low-potency remedy is an excellent way to accomplish this. One of the most valuable applications of homeopathy is first aid or emergency treatment. Timely intervention with homeopathy during a health emergency can not only save lives, but can also prevent the patient's energy from being severely traumatized or depleted. It can greatly speed recovery time from accidents, injuries, or infectious diseases, and prevent chronic conditions from developing. Homeopathic medicines are relatively inexpensive. A kit of the 50 to 100 of the most important acute remedies will run only several $100s and will fit inside a purse or small bag. And yet, in the hands of a skilled practitioner, this is enough medicine to treat the acute conditions of an entire town for years, if not decades. With a few similar kits in lower potency, one can begin treating the town's chronic conditions. And best of all, the basics of safe and effective homeopathic treatment for oneself and one's family are easy for anyone with an interest to learn. With a thoughtful prescription, a homeopathic practitioner invites the patient's vital force, otherwise known as the higher self, to become inspired and to heal the whole person through a recognition of his or her imbalance. This can lead to gradual improvement of any health condition and to a gradual coming into balance and wellness on every level of being. And not just wellness, but thriving. This has been Dr. Matthew Kreitzer, recording from the makeshift studio at Mountain Acupuncture in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Thank you for listening to today's podcast. I hope you found it informative and even inspiring. Join me again soon for another installment in my series addressing frequently asked questions about natural health and healing. Meanwhile, be well. Be the wholeness and perfection that is your true nature. And have a wonderful day.